opened up the playpen. We took out the baby maker and opened up the playpen.
Yeah.
Winnie.
I couldn't stand the stink in there if I went in his lobby or his apartment, you know what I mean? Them guys are nasty, you know that, right? And black people don't take a bath. Oh my God. They get these what they call ringworms in their head. Oh my God. And talk about lice. Oh my God. And the women are just as dangerous. Oh God, no. I was like, what the? Oh. They stink that bad. Oh. And their clothes are probably all just ugh, you know. Oh my God. Yeah, I had one of them. How's everything going?
Not too bad. They sentenced me to 2 years and then gave me a state of execution until this coming Wednesday. I'm supposed to go over and report Wednesday if we don't get anything else done, but my attorney filed the appeal, and then my attorney's secretary called my attorney's secretary and had her tell him to write a motion to suspend the sentence and put on the motion that there is no objection from the prosecution and that he would sign it.
So what's that mean in a nutshell?
That means I won't go to jail. Same thing I've been saying all along.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I care about.
Mike Cherie, Scott Wilson entered a no contest plea to involuntary manslaughter in the death of Heather Gentry. Investigators say she was injured back in 1985 when she was only 6 weeks old and ended up in a vegetative state until she died in 2006. She was 21 years old. Prosecutors say Wilson admitted to shaking Gentry the day she was injured. He was.
Oh, and Barry, thanks again for talking shit about my dead mother, buddy.
They probably only met their mom for like a day or two before she left.
Is that why Ryan don't have a mom around?
That's David. Yeah, she's up your ass. I see what you look like. You look like a walking cancer patient,
You know what I mean?
What
the fuck do you mean by that, Barry?
Like that.
Tell these motherfucking people, what the fuck do you mean by that? Why do you mean by he looks like a walking cancer patient? What is your meaning behind that? So you can't say, oh, they're editing my shit, making me say these things. No, Barry.
So, I'm gonna jump off here, Barry. This proves even further you're a piece of shit.
Attacked him. I didn't do anything to him.
I know, but the language.
Anytime, boy! Anytime!
Come on, Dad, let's go. This is in the 70s, Dad.
Coward!
Scared me.
Hey, it takes a bigger man to
He's got his camera off.
bigger man to walk.
Coward!
Kind of weird you want to fuck a 25-year-old.
What's your mouth?
Come the fuck on, motherfucker!
Sir, go on, please. Go on, there's a bunch of kids.
Please, Dad, come on, let's go.
I'm not going anywhere.
Come on, Dad, come on.
You come to my show? You run your goddamn cocksuckers? Yeah, you motherfucker!
Please, Dad. Come on, Dad. He's right. There's kids. Come on, Dad.
I mean, his mom was not a special ed teacher. She was a fucking regular teacher and a principal for like 35 years.
And his dad wasn't an insurance adjuster.
No, he drove a truck, a semi. I don't know if it's a semi or a triaxle, but he delivered brick and shit like that. Okay, now listen. Back to Barry and his job situation. Okay, Barry has to resign from the one school bus company. He fucks around and bounces around from lube place to the small garage to small garage. You know, he can't stay here because every time he goes to work someplace, shit starts coming up missing. Tools, little shit. He would take little shit and come home and brag about it. He's a bragger. Another thing, I just never. You've been bragging your whole life. Watch. It ties in. He gets a job with another corporation in another county. School corporation is a bus mechanic. Well, Barry's chiefing on the bud. They take piss test. Okay? Barry figures out you can take you can take a condom or a pill bottle or whatever, and as long as the person pees in it before you go to the doctor and you strap it under your sack or a woman touches it, it stays warm enough you can put it in a bottle. and pass the test. And you don't even have to show it. It looks like they can stand there and watch it. It looks like a pee in a bottle. So that's how Barry's passing his drug screen, gets hired on. So what's Barry do? Bragging to his friends, bragging to everybody.
This woman.
Keep in mind what I said, Barry can't get along with his friends for very long. What do you think happened? Somebody called and reported him. Boom. They're there at his work with the cup. Right there, on the spot. Random. Job's done. And he never really worked after that. He bounced around. He would tell his mom, I can't work because I'm a convicted felon. I can't get a job because I'm a convicted felon. It's the same story of Barry's whole life. I can't get ahead. Everybody's holding me back. It ain't Barry in his own way, which is 100% what it is. It's everybody else's fault.
And then let's get into Ryan's mom. So we and I'm not gonna trash that. I don't know if she's deceased or she's not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess that she wasn't.
I didn't get a chance to find out.
Yeah, I guess she wasn't much of a mother. She and Barry dropped Ryan off with Grandma and Grandpa.
The story. Yes, but no. The story goes like this: Barry and Ryan's mom split up. She's not much of a mother, so she didn't really, she didn't want to take the boy with her. We'll just leave it like that. So Barry takes the boy and moves back to his mom's with the boy. Well, a couple months go by, and what do you think Barry does? I should leave this open and just leave it for comments. What do you think Barry does at his mom's house with Ryan?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go for it.
Basically just leaves him there. So Grandma and Grandpa raised Ryan 100%, which is why Ryan got a big check when they passed.
Which explains...
And none of the other grandkids did. There's other grandkids, folks.
Which explains why Ryan has the work ethic that he does.
Yes, he got his work ethic from Grandma and Grandpa. Ryan is a good kid. Not one of the three, and there was actually 5 of them, but 2 of them could have been to the 2 people. Anyway, we're gonna say one of the 5 of them has ever said that Ryan is a bad kid. Ryan is the problem. Ryan is an enabler, like his mom was. Like most of the people in Barry's life is, they enable him. You know what I mean? He couldn't be what he's doing, do what he's doing, be what he is, without the shout outs that he's got from people, riding their coattails.
Yep, I mean, that's why they backed out.
He never has he had to deal with consequences. I mean, everybody enables him in his behavior. It's, poor Barry couldn't get a break. That would be his mom's thing. Well, I guess the main thing was his mom that didn't want him in jail, and there was something else. There was 2 things that she always said: I'm not going to have him in prison. Never wanted him in prison, and there was something else, man. I can't remember, but she was a stickler for 2 things. So she took care of Barry, which caused a lot of attention. I guess Dad never really cared for Barry, but he loved them all, though. I mean, I guess he would never say I love you. He would show you I love you, but he wouldn't be like, hey, I love you, man. You know what I mean? Like that, or I'm proud of you. You know what I mean?
You okay?
And fucking, all right. I mean,
you're flustered.
Dad never cared for Barry, because Barry, I'm not gonna say, not when he was maybe young, but as Barry got older and the pattern persisted of having to keep bailing him out, but none of your other kids. His older brother was productive until he passed, not speaking of the dead. His sister is productive, his brother's productive. I mean, his kid's productive.
Yep. I want to say this, though. His dad came from a different era, okay? Kind of like my grandpa. Came from a different era. Just because they don't tell you they love you, don't mean they don't love you. It's just... He and my grandpa have never really told each other we love you.
He expected Barry to work and raise his son. Yeah. He's raising Barry's kid. It's not his. He had done raised 4 kids, guys. And buried 1.
And what I want to know is how could you walk over and look your dad in the eyes after saying what you said about him?
After calling your mom what you called your mom, because in order for her to cheat on your dad, it makes her a certain type of woman.
But she wasn't.
No, by no means was she this type of person. It didn't happen, folks. It was Barry. That's just the moral story with that is, Barry doesn't care what Barry has to say,
or who
he hurts. As long as he thinks he hurts you, he don't give a fuck. I mean, look at how he acted today. This all started because I tried to warn Barry about being racist and using slang terms to describe people's character and shit.
Okay.
You know?
Listen, folks, when this all started, Barry claims to this day that he hasn't lost anything. Okay? Does that look like a man that hasn't lost anything? Because we all know for a fact he's lost friends on YouTube, multiple of them, so far in 3 fucking months.
He's on YouTube, and I usually don't click on his shit, but he took a nap because like we didn't go to bed last time we got home. We got up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and headed the fuck out, and just set up all night long. But I got on there a minute ago and looked at one of his shorts because it said something about haters or whatever, and he's like, I'm not losing anything. I got 3,000. Then why are you so mad, dude? Why didn't you come up and shake my hand and go, thank you, man. You have helped me out.
Offer to buy me a beer or booger.
You contradict yourself so bad. You couldn't sue a motherfucker if you wanted to. Am I helping you or am I not? You're a fucking loser. You guys want to hear more about Barry's past? Because there's plenty more. I mean, Barry has two other girls. I'm not going to name the one. The one they just found out about, supposedly, and they're not sure about. But he for sure has another daughter that he's never had a damn thing to do with. Not one time bought her something for Christmas. Not one time bought her something for her birthday. Fuck, probably don't even know her birthday.
Which, I'm glad you said that. That's the way my mom was.
They don't know anything about fucking grandkids. Nobody out there knows anything about fucking grandkids. Because how would they? They don't have nothing to do with the girl has nothing to do with them. The mom was smart enough that seen Barry for what she was and either got the girl away from him, or Barry was just Barry Beamer and was like, fuck it, I ain't fucking with it. That's child support. Which is probably why Barry can't have nothing in his name, because he probably owes back child support.
Which I want to say this. What kind of fucking man knows they have a child and is like, fuck it, I don't want nothing to do with them?
And then don't have nothing to do with them, but uses them as an excuse to try to get some sympathy on Facebook, his grandkids. Because that's where they have to come from. It's her.
I'm telling you this right now. If I knew for a fucking 100% fact that I had a child out there, I don't give a fuck if the mom liked me, the stepdad liked me, I would be there for my child. Because if not, one of the main reasons he would kick my fucking teeth in. And I've seen what that type of fucking dad does to a woman.
Ryan lived with his grandparents, and they took care of him from the time that his mom put him. Listen, his mom had to put Ryan on his insurance because Ryan's problems and allergies and all. Because Barry couldn't fucking keep insurance on the kid. Barry was too lazy to go sign up for. He could have went and signed up for state aid and got free insurance for the kid. He wouldn't even do that. He just dropped off at mom and dad's and said
your problem now.
They moved in together, and Barry just moved out and left him.
But you know how hard that was on
It's the best fucking thing ever happened to that kid. That kid don't realize it, but he dodged the fucking bullet.
No, but I mean, as a young kid, dude, having your dad... Because I had an ex-girlfriend that her mom was like that. They would drop her off. They dropped her off when she was fucking young as hell. And then the mom would come back periodically and just a total piece of garbage. But I know what that's like to a person that had that type of parent in their life. And it fucking destroys them to their core. So, Barry, you hurt that kid more than you fucking loved that kid.
That's why Ryan does for Barry like Ryan does for Barry. They said that Barry manipulates him, but I don't think it's so much manipulation as Ryan wants his daddy to be his daddy, and he don't give a fuck. He'll sell his soul to the devil to get daddy's love.
Which, I mean, hey.
Because every time you buy Barry something, think about it, he's the greatest kid, but look how Barry talks to him when the kid does something Barry don't quite like how he does, or don't agree with, But as long as Ryan's buying him, it's oh, you're the best son in the world. You're the best son in the world. If not, look at when they were starting the Mustang, how he talked to him, that red Mustang.
I don't want to say this, dude.
I mean,
if you and your kid work together around each other 24-7, you're not gonna be happy-go-lucky with. Neither one of you are gonna be happy-go-lucky with each other all the time. Eventually, either you're gonna say something to piss them off, or they're gonna say something to piss you off, and y'all are gonna have a little tiff. Now I'm not talking hands-on tiff. But it's a fucking fact. You're grown-ass men, in Barry's case, but you're grown-ass men around each other 24/7. Eventually, something will happen. Barry tries to play it off like, oh, we don't fight, we don't argue, we're just bullshit.
did I already cover the assault on his shit?
No.
The assault Barry has from back in the day, like it's like the early 2000s. What the story he tells about his buddy's car getting burnt is true, and I figured it was. I mean, because he's that type of dude. His buddy got his car burnt, and he went to fuck the dude up, and then he couldn't whip the dude. He bit off more than he could chew, Barry. And instead of the man taking his ass whipping and walking away gracefully,
he bitched out.
Barry jumped in on him and they beat this dude. I mean, I guess the dude had swelling of the brain, broken ribs, and they got hit for it.
And listen,
Guess who walked away?
Barry.
Barry.
The other guy didn't. He went to jail. So, I don't want to say this. You don't ever jump nobody. Now, Barry, you could have been a good friend, went with your buddy, and if you had a friend that was going to jump in, you step back, and if his friend goes to jump
You
in.
keep it fair as you can. That's your only job as a friend, to keep it fair. If your friend has a problem with somebody, you let your friend handle the fight.
Exactly. I mean,
You're there to keep it fair, to make sure nobody pulls a Barry on your friend.
you know what this man would think of me if I came home bragging that me and my buddy went and jumped somebody?
On God, I would think you're the biggest bitch I ever fucking met, man. I've been on the other end of that shit. 3 or 5 motherfuckers jumped on you. I mean, that's punk shit, man. The same as running your mouth around 500 fucking witnesses and little kids and screaming and acting a fool from a half mile away talking about the telephone poles holding you up when there's nothing but air and opportunity between us, man. If you want me, put your hands on me or shut the fuck up and move on.
To where the little girl is literally
I
counting.
don't threaten anybody. Has anybody ever heard me say, I'm going to kick Barry Beamer's fucking teeth out? I'm going to do anything to Barry Beamer? Have you ever heard him threatening me in any shape or form? No. Because if I said, I'm going to kick your teeth out when I see you, the minute I see him, I have that obligation as a man. I want to look myself in the mirror. I have a hard time with that anyway. But I don't need more reasons not to look at myself in the mirror. Because I would feel like the biggest bitch in the world if I said I was going to smack you in the mouth when I seen you, and the minute I seen you, I didn't smack you in the mouth. I wouldn't have yelled. I don't have to explain it. Anybody that's about anything knows what I'm saying.
Well, let's talk about the vehicles. Okay. You know, Barry says that his dad's Ford truck is his Ford truck. No,
That was Ryan.
that was given to Ryan along with the van. And the truck that Barry's talking about, the engine's junk and the body's clapped out, which it is one of the more desirable body styles of Ford. Is it worth $1 million? No, but
It was something they was going to have to get hauled away.
Yeah.
I guess it was one of them things where they didn't need the money, man. So they loved Ryan like a son, folks. I mean, they raised him.
His sister and his brother.
My grandma loved me like a son, man. She raised me for the most part.
His sister and his brother and mom and dad pretty much raised Ryan. Well, they did raise Ryan. I don't know how Barry can look himself in the mirror and call himself a good dad.
I don't know how Barry could take anything from that kid. I just don't. I mean,
He took-
I feel emotional just thinking about it.
Think about it, you guys. He took this whole thing that could have been a great father-son moment for him and his boy and turned it into a bad memory to where every time his son goes to this event or the pumpkin run, his son's going to be a nervous fucking wreck because his dad is going to make his YouTube channel and him and everybody else look so trashy. It's unreal.
I called this shit. Go back and watch the video before we went to Indy. I told you exactly what Barry would do because I've never met Barry, but I've met 100 Barrys in my life, man. 100 at least. They don't care about anybody but themselves, and they will get anything they want by any means necessary.
Oh, yeah. So
If they have to call their mom a filthy ass fucking whatever to hurt you, they'll do it because they love her though, right? They wouldn't disrespect her memory, right? Because she was dead when he said the shit.
Can you imagine she was alive in that cop back truck? Can you imagine the hurt?
Him with them girls, his mom would have fucking probably slapped his ass. He's 61 years old. Texting girls at 16, 17. They say they're 18. Look at them.
It's on Twitter,
Even
you
if they're
guys.
fucking 18, they can't buy cigarettes or alcohol. What the fuck you got in common with them, Barry? You're 60 fucking one.
Why would you mention candy?
You don't talk about going on a date. You talk about just go look at the fucking video. If you could stomach this shit, go look at what this 61-year-old man says to these
On
kids.
Twitter in his likes.
He don't offer money. It's a whole daddy-daughter thing, man.
Which makes me kind of wonder a little bit, but we're not going to get into that. That's speculation.
That's why, by definition, he is a minor attracted person. Now, is he at playgrounds looking around? Never said that, man. But he is attracted to young girls. Post-puberty girls turns Barry on in a daddy way.
Yeah. Let's call it what it is. A pedo's a pedo. Doesn't matter if you're a mat or you're a diaper sniper. You're a pedo. This man, literally, dude, has Ryan. You guys don't see it. Ryan is in tears.
I mean, he's not fucking blubbering, guys. I don't want to make it sound
his
like
eyes are watering. He
Ryan-
is so nervous.
I don't know if you can see it in the video, but Ryan is the only one that took a stance, a half a stance.
His grandpa must have taught him that one because
He's the only one that put one foot in front of the other, even halfway. But I swear to God, look at Barry. It looks like he's about to fucking hop in a phone booth and jump out with a cape. Fly away. I mean, that boy has been whipped so much. That's probably what's wrong with him. He's probably got brain damage, man.
oh, Barry put the hurt on him. I'm sure.
Make no mistake about it. Barry Beamer is dangerous. He is not a well individual.
Okay, you guys remember that Catalina that Barry talks about, his dad's car? His dad gives him this car. I guess the car, it was a black car, kind of like Barry said, with beautiful paint. Barry's tried to mock
The
it with
story's
Falcon.
true.
Yeah.
I mean,
But Barry, don't tell you guys the full story. He wiped that car out drunk like 6 times.
he wiped it out once. He puts it back together. Barry even says that. He puts it back together, and he wrecks it a couple more times, and it's finally total. He gets a nice LTD. He talks about that. Same fucking thing. Drunk. Boom. Done. Car done. I mean,
So,
I wanted to get the story of the Mach-O incident hitting the guardrail because there's a whole story behind that. Because Ryan's at the pumpkin run last year, the year before, and standing in line, and one of the paramedics that jerked Barry out of the car that night was talking about it to Ryan. He's like, "Yo, we saved your dad's life one night. He hit a guardrail."
your dad's Barry Beamer, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's a whole story behind that too. I mean, we were standing there talking, not talking loud, not cut. I mean, because we know how to conduct ourselves in public. You don't go out in public around a bunch of strangers and act garbage. The fucking cocksucking, you talk like you got some fucking sense in your head. And you be respectful until you're not being respected back. And then you don't get loud in public with people. You simply defend yourself if need be. Let them be the idiot acting stupid, looking stupid.
Any time or place, boys. And I'll take both of you on.
I mean, the whole time he's doing this and pacing. And
Listen, look at how he's doing his fist in that video. He don't even know how to make a fucking fist.
he might not be able to. Maybe he's crippled. He's 61 years. That's what I mean. I was told by 2 of the 3 that after Barry's last year at the pumpkin run, the way he did that lady, they was thinking about banning him from the pumpkin run.
And today's shit?
Yeah, I mean, I think that this video should be sent to the organizers because you don't mean to tell me the pumpkin run don't want out-of-state people coming in and spending their money in Ohio? Barry going to run everybody off that comes?
Hey, we came to his event.
I mean, not that Barry ran me off. That's not what I'm saying. But, I mean, a normal person would have just walked off, but you couldn't walk off. You going to turn your back on the psychopath? I mean, I guess I could have because he was already behind me when he started talking shit. 5 fucking booths on the other side of the road. I thought, who the fuck is... And then the voice said, and I was like, fuck, all right.
I was waiting for him to walk up to you and go, Jack, ass, you smell pretty good.
Start tasting my hair and shit. All biting there and shit. Fuck. The poor guy that finally went across the street to try to shoot him out of there. Look at the video, man. Barry, this poor guy, man, I don't know how he kept his composure because I told you Barry would spit. That's what I mean. I haven't said one thing about Barry that ain't been true. Barry's yelling and his spit, is you can just see it hitting this guy, man. Just hitting this guy. And this dude took it like a fucking trooper. I mean,
Barry
what
did.
I hope happened is Barry went back up in there and he told people, and they'll go look on the fucking, they'll go look and they'll see this shit and they'll see him for what he is, which they already know, but they'll see the little girl shit and the fucking racist shit.
I'm glad you brought that up.
I mean,
Barry, that's one of the reasons why I called you a pedo. Because you're wearing that t-shirt and that hat, right? So, just in case you don't know how YouTube works, buddy, go, just create another account, go to the little search bar, type in Beamer and Sons Garage Pedo, and watch whose videos pop up, mine and Mach-O. I said that for a fucking reason. So, when you went walking back through there with that t-shirt on that says Beamer and Sons Garage, you keep telling people who you are, and I'm like, hey, they called him a pedo, maybe we should search what he is.
right. And they're going to find that. Then they're going to go look at your Twitter. And once they see what you said to these fuck, I don't care what the girls are on there for. I don't care if they say they're 18 or not. Look at them.
But
Think of your daughter. Think of your granddaughter.
But with that being said, I think we're off here. Barry did exactly what we all wanted today, and by all means,
That's not exactly true. I wish Barry would have done what he did the first 2 times we passed him, and enjoyed his time and made memories with his kid, and had a good time, and let everybody else do what they was doing.
But if you're all with me, I will put what this event's called. I'm gonna find the people in charge of this, and I'm gonna later tonight when I'm laying there before I go to bed, I'm gonna screen record when he cusses out that lady. I'm gonna send that to him, and I'm gonna send this to where he's got this little girl cowering in front of her grandpa, her dad, whoever he is, where he had to put out his hand to protect Barry from stepping towards his daughter or granddaughter.
The girl screaming. I mean, that's not the first time. Listen, he just kicked the camera on. The girl kept saying, "You're scaring me. Please stop. You're scaring me. Please stop." And Barry goes towards the little girl. He's not from probably, because they're across the street, and the guy's in the middle of the road on a scooter, as you can see in the video. He probably gets this close and keeps lunging towards, because we're over there. This little girl don't know he's not about to attack her. She's scared to fucking death, man. He didn't care, man. And that's what that lady behind us that was stood in front of the booth and was talking for 2 hours to people. To just random people that would come up to us. That fucking, she was like, man, there's kids here. The language. I mean, look at what you're doing. And he's, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You know what they did? I ain't did nothing to you, Barry. You did all this to yourself, and you just won't stop.
Which, this old man, if you guys see in the video, he puts out his hand when Barry's coming towards, like, to shield his child. Which, if that was my child, and Barry was coming towards my child,
I don't think the guy could go anywhere, because if you're at an event, I know if I'm at someplace and somebody starts getting loud as fuck, I'm gonna gawk. I'm gonna see what the fuck it's about and watch. So a crowd gathered, man. So they was blocking the road. The guy's like trapped. He can't get his kid out of there. He can't do. I guess he could have maybe backed up, but he really couldn't do that because people behind him too. I mean,
and to anybody at that event that's watching this,
I
am sorry.
Point.
I am sorry that Barry showed his ass like he did and made the event all about look at me, look at me, look at me.
I mean, you can see I didn't cuss at him or yell at him or threaten him in any way. I simply said what I said I was going to say. Put your fucking hands on me or keep walking.
Well, you know what's funny? My dad's always taught me that if somebody comes at you like a bully, like Barry, and they call you names, take it away from them. They don't know how to act. So Barry's doing this, right, in front of a little girl. Keep in mind, somebody that would potentially repeat that. You don't know what that means. And Barry's... So, my dad clicks into my head, and I cussed. I shouldn't have cussed. I'm sorry for that. But I went, it's pretty sad you want a fucking 25-year-old kid. And he stands there for me, he's like... And then he starts trying to say...
I mean, it's the same principle. We came to the pumpkin run. We came to this event because of Barry. Not because we wanted to fuck with... We didn't fuck with Barry. I mean, we had a whole line of us walking around there. We never fucked with him. We walked past him twice. But 2 of the 3... The one dude didn't say anything about it, but... The one chick didn't say anything about it. Anyway, the 2 people didn't want to be on camera. I'm not... Listen, if you got something to say and you don't want him to know, it's confident with me. I'm not going to out you. I'm not Barry Beamer.
We're not Barry Beamer. We won't out.
I wouldn't do that to you knowing you live down that way. I mean, I swear to God, he will come burn your fuck. If he could get to this house, he would burn this motherfucker to the ground with the doors now shut. He would.
You know how you're doing a good job, you guys? You know how you're really getting underneath somebody's skin?
That's the thing, though, man. We haven't did anything to him. He's done all this to himself. He said this shit. He done this shit. This ain't made up picking on him. It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Well, now he's making fun of cancer patients.
I mean,
sound like Bear there, starts stuttering. But
again, we apologize to anybody that was there that sees this. But I didn't start on him. That's why I told that lady I didn't do nothing to him. I'm fucking standing here having a conversation. This dude's crazy.
We didn't even apologize to people. And that guy goes, yeah, your guys are fine. He goes, you guys have been standing here for an hour talking. He goes, I'm just glad he walked away. He goes, I didn't want to put his old ass on the ground. Fuck. Me, you fucking stupid old bastard.
Man, dude, I mean, all you did is anybody that's going to be from out of town that don't like you or has made a comment or thinks you might have seen their... Look at all... Hold on, think about this. All Mr. Obvious he's done. Imagine if he sees one of them. He's went to their YouTube channels, clicked on their Facebooks, he knows what they look like. Imagine if they go down there to look for some parts or go down there and have a good time or check out this big car show coming up in October or whenever the fuck it is. So now they have to worry about Barry Beamer coming up and accosting them while they're there trying to shop like we was doing. So then people's not even going to go to your event. I mean, he's a psycho.
The one guy, the person we're talking to goes, he brings this guy over, he goes, these guys are friends of Barry Beamer's. And he looks at us and he goes, oh, I feel so sorry for you. And the guy goes, no, I'm just fucking, they know what time. He goes, thank God. He goes,
I mean,
friends, I'm Barry. No, my friends, well, I walk up to him and go, oh my God, he's walking over here.
Straight up, you destroyed his fucking, dude, you're not a friend to anybody but Barry Beamer.
Well, he outed Mr. Wilson. I could have told you that one. My point is, I will pull Barry Beamer. I will not out you like Mr. Wilson if you make it crystal clear that you do not want to be outed.
I mean, I just want him silenced off of YouTube. That's all I want.
So by all means,
I mean,
share these videos with anybody you want to share
this
them with.
racist shit will catch on.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually it will fall in the right hands of a big TikToker or a YouTuber. They will see what he said, and they will help the movement to shut Barry Beamer's mouth once and for all. You think he should be getting monetized and paid? And you can say on Just What, I don't care about me, I work.
Unlike Barry.
But he's out here saying all this hateful shit. Imagine if your kid plays PlayStation with him and he says something that you don't like to Barry. And Barry attacks your kid and you're actually down there around him and he sees your kid out and harms your kid. You think this man needs to be on a public platform talking shit?
Well, think about it. What kind
You've
of...
seen how he acts? He'll do that to you or your family if you fuck with him.
Well, think about it. Kids mimic adults. Barry's doing, like I said, Barry's doing this in front of this little girl. She can mimic that and not know what it means. Like,
Get her ass whipped
Yeah.
for something she don't even understand. Because believe it or not, some parents still believe in spanking. I mean, there's no law against it. More spankings and the world wouldn't be the way it is. Not beatings. There's a big fucking difference.
Hey, Barry, I got a question. Before we end this, did them nightsticks hurt? Did they feel
I
good?
guess the cops whipped him 4 or 5 different times, man. I mean, one time, I guess, at the police station in the back room, they really whooped him.
You know what's fucking hilarious, you guys? You want to see how smart this man is? Most people, like a kid, okay, you touch stove, it burns you. You're not going to go back and touch it again. Barry gets his ass handed to him by cops on like 4 different occasions and keep fucking doing it.
So to anybody that parties and shit, and Barry's calling you a loser or a drag, Barry's a pothead, straight up. He does more than that. Look at him. Look at his mental state. He does more than pop. And he likes his painkillers. Facts, folks. Don't let it bother you. Whatever he says about you, I shouldn't have to tell you that. You know, I mean.
By all means, we are the biggest bitch ass cowards that you'll ever meet, Barry. I give you permission to get on PlayStation Live and say that we're cowards, but neither one of us have ever threatened to give you a beatdown.
No, we've never said we're gonna do anything to you.
When I can count like 10 times where you fucking threatened me.
To kill him. To murder him. To end his life, man. I mean.
Hey, Barry, did I run over to my dad and go,
protect me, Daddy?
or did I just stand there and clown on you and you couldn't handle it?
He got so mad because he started recording. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, it's called cover your ass. I mean, if you're going to act stupid, I'm going to record it.
He got so mad because I started laughing at him.
Just in case something wants to break off, like he actually got the courage to come over and put his hands on me. And then, if he beat me up, I mean, whatever the fuck Barry wants to think in his head's going to happen, you know what I mean? When the cops come, I didn't start it. I didn't do nothing to him. It's called protect yourself. I mean, don't threaten people. I mean, if you want somebody, just get them.
Well, we're all buffer going to do a reaction to some videos of Barry's. Thank you guys for watching the live stream. For those of you that did, thank you for the people that came up and talked to us.
Barry, over 50 watched the live stream. Over 50 was watching at the point when what?
Well, that short of him acting stupid, before we started recording this, it had 2,256.
Right. I mean,
views.
listen, Barry, 50. How many watched your live streams, Barry?
And that was if I would have left out, there'd been more. Our newest videos have
what
more.
YouTuber is ever going to want to be affiliated with somebody that acts like you, Barry?
Nobody.
That cares about their channel, that actually depends on their channel for their livelihood. Think about it.
Like you mentioned Vice Grip. Vice Grip wouldn't want anything to do with you.
I mean, even the smaller channels that draw $10,000 a month checks or $5,000 a month checks, they're not going to lose that check because of Barry Beamer. Look at how he acts. I would be thinking, hey man, if I say something wrong to this dude and piss him off, how's it going to do? You can't even say your cars look like projects, but could be nice without him trying to kill you.
That's true. But your recent videos, Barry, your 2 recent ones from that event, have less views than what my channel's views have for both my videos.
Man, fuck my friends, give me a hard time all the time. That car looks like shit. That car's junk. I wouldn't have anybody around if I kicked everybody's teeth out.
I take it away from my friends. I'm just like, I'd be like, I'm getting another pile of junk.
Right. I mean,
I know what my cars are. My cars, you'll never hear me walk up to this LTZ and go, this is showroom quality. This right here is 600 horsepower because it has a header and fucking DG exhaust.
and he makes claims that his Cadillac motor has as many horsepower as it has cubic inches. A stock Cadillac motor.
There's a difference, dude. People can respect real. People can't respect fakeness. And I'm not saying I'm the realest, but I'm close to it because I'll never look at you guys and go, this is 1,000 horsepower, my fucking Dart's 1,100 horsepower, and not be cynical. I'd be serious about it. No, that'll never happen. I'm not Barry Beamer. First of all, you're gonna look at me and think I'm stupider than what you guys already think I am. It's fine. And anybody with the Googles could fucking get on there and see what these things make. The only difference is, Barry, you finally fucked with somebody that...
It's going to take you down the legal way, Barry. I mean, unless you want to get in the ring, I'll support the whole thing. Sign a waiver, whatever, dude. But it's got to be legal, Barry. I mean, I'm not fucking my life up. I'm not fucking having a bunch of people hate me and ruin a bunch of people's time over a knucklehead. I don't want to fight you. You're nothing.
So,
I mean,
hey, Barry, do you know what these are before we end this? You know what this is? How to use one? And this is an hour-long video. Fuck you, Barry. Leave them kids alone. See you guys next time.